Hi, it's Steve Shalaby, your mortgage broker and realtor for life. Today's Monday, September 23rd, 2019, and it's my favorite day of the week, Mortgage Monday. Today we'd like to take a minute and answer a question that we see from time to time, and that is, what happens if my house doesn't appraise in a mortgage transaction? Well, in order to properly answer the question, we need to examine the perspective from three different points of view. That being the seller of the house, the buyer of the house, and if you're refinancing your house. Let's start with the refinance. If you're refinancing your house and the house doesn't appraise, you may just have to come to terms with the fact that you're going to have to bring cash to the closing table. This is something that most people don't want to do, but it sometimes could mean saving the deal or not, or being able to move forward with it. Other things we might look at is reducing the loan amount. If it's a cash out refinance, we might be able to eliminate certain payoffs that were previously planned for the refinance. So there's different things as well as others that we can look at to help save the deal. Next, what happens if you're a buyer and the house doesn't appraise in your transaction? Well, as a buyer, you have three options. A, you may love the house, love the neighborhood, and maybe you've been looking for 6 months and you're finally pleased with the house that you went under contract for, so you bring cash to the closing table. You add whatever shortages between the appraisal amount and the purchase price in order to make the deal work. This happens many, many times. There's nothing wrong with it. So don't beat yourself up thinking that you're paying more for a house than the appraisal is. Remember, the appraisal is just an opinion of value. If you lined up 5 appraisers on the same house, you're probably going to get 5 different valuations. So that's the first thing. You might have to bring cash to the closing table. Next, you might walk away. If you have the proper contingencies in place in your contract, you might be able to take your marbles, walk away, and live to make an offer on another house. Your third option, which may be a blessing in disguise, is to renegotiate the purchase price. If you have a skilled negotiator for a real estate agent, chances are he may be able to go back to the negotiating table and ask for a lower price from the seller. Obviously, many things will determine whether or not this is possible. If the seller has had the house on the market a long time, or if he just put it on the market recently, what his motivations are for selling, all those things will determine whether or not you're able to renegotiate a favorable purchase price for yourself as a buyer. Finally, let's look at the perspective of a seller. Well, as a seller, you have 2 options if the house doesn't appraise. You can renegotiate, as we discussed, reduce your sales price in order to save the deal and move on, or you may have to stand firm. If you just listed the house, it may be wise for you to just stand firm on your sales price. If you have to lose this buyer, you lose the buyer, but somebody might come along next and make a better offer, maybe fewer contingencies, bigger earnest money deposit, something to make the deal even sweeter. So those are the different points of view that we need to look at when we're encountered with a house that didn't appraise for the previously estimated appraisal amount. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. I answer my phone till 10 p.m. every night. My cell phone is 786-543-5115. Thanks again, and don't forget to make it a great week, everybody.